That was Lara. Now, it was an outrageous amount of money to give away for a competition, a $10 million prize. But some would say it's a small price to pay because the challenge was to find the best way to teach children remotely.
The Global Learning X Prize, as it was named, was the brainchild of Elon Musk. Its aim was to develop a way to teach children maths and literacy in their own language, which could deliver results at least as good as they would have been if they'd had the chance to go to class. The results have been impressive. Last month in Los Angeles, 2 winners were announced, picking up $5 million each from Elon himself.
Well, Dan's been back to Africa to talk to one of them about what they achieved and what might be next.
The walk to school and back to where it all began. It was here in this village where 7 years ago, onebillion handed out its first devices, before any of these children were born. Some of them are still in use. Andrew's charity is now working with partners in South Africa, Uganda, the UK, Tanzania, as well as across Malawi. But to its founder, this place is special, as is winning the X Prize.
On a personal level, we just felt enormous gratitude. We've built on the expertise of so many people from around the world. Obviously, $5 million is very, very useful. It's really given us this opportunity to show that we have a quality product that can achieve this recognition from X Prize.
In Tanzania, tablets were given out to 4,000 schoolless children in 150 villages, most of whom scored 0 when tested in maths and literacy at the start of the trial. 18 months on, and the results were stark, in many cases better than would have been expected if they'd gone to school. And interestingly, with little difference in results between boys and girls.
I think it's the biggest educational learning trial anywhere in the world. We saw children making very significant gains in letter recognition, in reading words, in maths, recognising numbers, number discriminations. What this shows to us is that there is a solution to the global learning crisis.
Those positive results are reflected here in these 30-minute community sessions held at this village house.
I have a daughter, Press.
Yes.
In past, she was not doing well in mathematics, but when the gadgets came, she is doing good in school.
Schools in Malawi, you get one classroom with over 150 children. I know of one school where there's 200 and 250 children in one classroom. If you put in place, for example, what we're doing here, we're using the tablets, it will actually ease the tension in class.
Can you imagine how many hours it takes to mark 250?
So you have a lesson of 30
students.
minutes and then 4 hours for marking.
Yeah, yeah.
onebillion is launching a new, robust, low-cost tablet, building on what they've learned so far.
These tablets often can be damaged by the USB plug. If someone doesn't know you've got to put them in one way round, they can force it and it can break. So we use a magnetic connector rather than a USB, and it can be charged from solar. Now, this adapts to the child.
The software now has a chaos startup mode, where it can assess the abilities of any child that picks it up in the background and build a learning plan on the fly. Andrew's keen to work with education officials and experts on the ground, allowing them to tailor the curriculum to each community.
You say you're keen to work with partners. Would that be any partner? If Google or Microsoft comes along with a large amount of cash, would you welcome that?
We believe that the child, particularly at primary school, needs to be in a sanctuary where they're not being observed and data is being extracted about them. I mean, all of us know that big tech companies are gathering data on all of us now. I mean, Google probably knows where we're sitting now in the middle of Malawi, and that information is monetized. I am fearful. I think we must protect children from being seen as a product in any way.
An hour's drive north of Lilongwe and the potential for this software becomes clear. Sulekha refugee camp is home to almost 40,000 fleeing war or famine. Here, onebillion's partner, VSO, is delivering hour-long classes.
This is Integrity Church in the heart of the refugee camp. About 50 or so children are here. The tablets have been in for about a month. It's a little too early to assess the progress, but the interest, you just have to look at the faces.
The X Prize has shown this open source software works and that it's one of the best at delivering results. Given the right funding, it seems hard to imagine why tablet schooling won't become more widely adopted.